Good evening and welcome to another episode of Fight Night. I am one of your hosts, Josie, and I have two of the best people in the wrestling podcast world with me right now, and I'm bringing one of them in. He's the man, the myth, the legend, the now has 1,000 followers on TikTok, Mr. William H.D. Morgan, if you will, baby.
Hold on. I'm looking for it. I redid this thing, so I'm looking for it.
He's fucked it up already.
I redid it. I had to reset my system. Hold on 1 second.
Well, while he's waiting on it, waiting in the wings, ladies and gentlemen.
Got it.
Oh.
Round one.
Ooh.
Fight.
There you
He
go.
changed it.
There you go.
Well, without further ado, we have Mr. Kalicious, ladies and gentlemen. Is he doing an intro tonight? Let's see.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. I'm here. I'm not too happy right now.
We have some breaking news before I get into into the real show. We have some breaking news, so we're going to dive right into that. Ladies and gentlemen, as of tonight on NXT, your new North American champion is Dominic Mysterio.
Whatever.
Boo. That's racist. That's racism. That's racism. That's racially motivated, Vince and Triple H.
That's a lie, but
we had two black champions, and you're gonna take one of Dr. Umar Johnson will be disappointed in you.
Wesley has been the champion,
Yes.
North American champion for a long time.
Making the longest reigning one. He's great.
I don't have as much hate for this as Kill does. This is why. As over as Dom is with heat right now, it made sense to put a title on him.
But it's wasted on Dom.
Hang on. He never had an NXT run, so you could stick him down in NXT for a couple of months.
Good, get him off Raw.
He's not at the level to go for any world title. You're not going to have him be the one to dethrone Gunther. The U.S. title is right where it should be right now between Austin Theory and LA Knight. So this to me made the only sense of a title to put on him. And Kill brought up a good point, even in his anger. You leave it on Dom for 3 or 4 months while the Judgment Day is going through their end cycle, because it's coming to an end. And then once they totally break up and he loses his shield, he loses the title.
I mean, it's still a waste. You can let the brother keep it.
He's going to be annoying as fuck on Raw. He's going to terrorize Raw and NXT now.
You got two title holders and Mr. Money in the Bank. And I think Finn beats Seth at SummerSlam. I really do.
You know what's going to happen after Finn beats Seth, right?
Dominant. Yeah. I think
who's going to cash in right after. Someone going to cash in on Finn and take that title away from him. Some bad going to happen. That's it. Yup. That's the breakup of Judgment.
Have all the people saying
L.A. No, not L.A. Knight. I'm talking about goddamn Damian Priest cashing out on Finn Balor.
I know. I was finishing one.
Yeah. Oh, but you already know that the U.S. title, it's his to win. It's Knight's to win.
And me and Will were talking about this a couple of weeks ago when it was just the two of us. Austin Theory, it didn't work. He had so much. I was really enjoying him right after Vince left. Triple H repackaged him. I liked the gritty Theory, and then nothing. He hasn't defended the title really, other than this past week since Mania. I think LA Knight, with as popular as they are, rumor is they're going to be turning him face because they can't not turn him face at this point. He's so over. Makes a good put that title on him, give it some relevancy again. Look what Gunther has done to the Intercontinental title. I mean, that's one of the biggest titles in wrestling right now, not in just WWE, in wrestling because of Gunther. So I think that's a good move with that. It needs to come off of Theory for sure. Even Cena couldn't give Theory the rub.
They failed. Theory is the future. He has everything that could propel him into main event status. I just don't think he's ready yet. I don't think he needs more time in the oven. He needs a character rebranding. He needs something. Like everything is there to make him the next Cena. It's that there's a hole. There's a hole, you know. In my opinion, turn him babyface, send him to Raw, make him rejoin with the Way. That's what I would do. Send him to Raw. Put him on Raw with the Way. That's the only thing I'll do with him right now.
I guess I'm the only one to say congratulations to Dominic Mysterio because
Fuck you, Dom.
I don't think this is a bad thing.
Fuck you. Not only is he fucking Rhea Ripley, but he's a champion. Get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here. He cucking Buddy Matthews, and now he is a champion. Nah, son. I hate him. I can't like it. Will it lead to good TV? Yes. Yes.
It's just a waste. It's just a waste. It's just a waste to me. It's just a waste.
Grayson Waller could have done that. You could have given it to Grayson. He deserves a title.
I don't know. I get why. For y'all, for the same reason the reaction y'all are having. That's why it happened. That's why.
Like, why? He's gonna do nothing with it.
At the end of the day, how does it benefit him? It's a lesser known title.
Well, more people are going to know about it now that he's holding it because he's a heat magnet.
Because of the champion. Look, WWE is very devoted to what they do. So as WWE is devoted to what they do, their fans know what championships, who are champions, and how important that they are. So you can somewhat be a casual fan of WWE, but you're gonna be more like us when you're dealing with WWE. You know your champions, you know who they are, you know your values, you know your worth. And I just feel that with Dominic winning this, why?
Should have been a pay-per-view match or something.
I mean, it's gotta be. I mean,
I think it's building to him versus Mustafa Ali at Great American Bash at the end of the month.
And then you think that maybe Ali, I don't see Ali beating him. I don't see
Ali beating him either.
Maybe you make it a three-way: Ali, Wesley, and Dominic.
I could see that, but Dominic's going to cheat. He's going to retain somehow. And when Judgment Day breaks up,
get involved.
Who?
Judgment Day or Rhea will get involved.
Yeah, Rhea's getting involved with her thick ass. She going to do something. Damn, Rhea fine. But I hate seeing her because she's always with Dominic. I hate him. I can't stand him. Fuck you, Dom. You don't deserve it.
That's the point, though. You're not supposed to.
We'll see. Let's see come Raw. If anyone here is even going to look at Raw, I just want to, because the heat is going to be insane. People are going to boo the fuck out of him next week and on NXT. Because when he won, Josie, the whole Performance Center rained down a hate.
That's what they want. That's why they put the title on him.
He's going to be so annoying. Fuck Dom. Fuck him. You bitch.
He was getting that hate anyway.
Yeah, but
every week.
It amplifies it even more. It amplifies it even more.
You ain't got to take it off of a good brother for something that's already happening.
Well, Dominic was getting old and stale. They weren't really doing much with him besides him coming out and getting booed.
Mm-hmm.
This could add something to his character. Maybe he can get more cocky, more confident, less of like a bitch that's relying on the rest of the Judgment Day to carry him. Maybe he can start kind of not becoming a man, but becoming more, like he's something. Because right now he was a bitch. They could do something good with this to boost his character, right? To make him an ultimate obnoxious heel. But we'll see. Josie has a point. Let's just wait and see. Fuck him.
Exactly.
All right.
Fuck him.
So before we move on, it's time for matches of the week. I have two because I think one is
How the hell we doing match of the weekend this Tuesday?
we are here
Last
only
week.
once a week, motherfucker.
Oh, okay.
Too
last
bad.
week, yes.
Damn,
Right.
Josie.
I think there is one that no one cannot say was the match of the week, possibly a tag team match of the decade, and that
Gold.
is FTR Bullet Club Gold, 2 out of 3 falls for the tag team titles. Literally one of the greatest tag matches I have ever watched. It was so damn good. Like it had everything. The first match was fast and booming, or the first pin was fast and booming. The second one was very old school wrestling, what FTR tends to lean to, and then the last one was total anarchy in the ring. And it just 58 minutes long. 58 minutes.
It's the best match of the fucking month, bro. Nothing's touching that.
It is a
It's
definite
match
match of the year candidate. Like
Match of the year. Oh
definite
yes.
match of the year candidate.
It's
I mean, I don't know why it surprises us. FTR is the tag team kings. They don't put on bad matches. Jay White, the man who single-handedly sold out Madison Square Gardens, and Juice is damn good. Rock
hard.
baby.
Rock hard. Rock hard, Daddy Magic. Uh-oh.
Not in trouble. Kill having to hide so he doesn't get into trouble at work.
Sorry, this hell.
That I would say is like hands down was match of the week. There's no argument there. My other one, I'm actually have a match that I liked from Raw, and that was Gunther versus Matt Riddle. Dude, Will, you need to go back and watch the clips from this match. One of the stiffer matches I had seen in a long time. Gunther was chopping the fuck out of Riddle, and Riddle was kicking the fuck out of Gunther. Like, they were just laying it down, hammering the shit out of each other. And it was one of the better matches I've seen on Raw in a moment. It was a good match. I was impressed. So, Will, what's the match of the week or the match that you've been thinking about a lot?
Willow winning the Owen Heart Tournament against Ruby Soho.
Congratulations, Willow Nightingale.
Yeah, boy.
Baby.
I'm looking at her thick ass right now.
I'm so happy for that. Willow, I think, is so super talented. Fine as fuck.
Super thick.
Good on the mic. Yeah, I'm enjoying that. I'm really happy for her. First New Japan Strong Women's Champion. Second Owen Hart Women's Tournament winner. On that note, you also got to give a shout out to our boy, Rick Stocks.
Ricky Stocks.
Hey, even Will is happy that he beat CM Punk.
Yeah, I hate Punk. Go Ricky. And I'm taking a cue from you.
Munching. Is that the chocolate? Is that the chocolate one?
Regular Lucky Charms. Regular Lucky Charms.
Yeah, both the matches in the Owen Hart final, really damn good. Really good. The Punk Ricky Starks match, and even Will, you have to admit, you can hate Punk. He's still a damn good wrestler. And the fact that he put Ricky over surprised the fuck out of me.
Yeah. He must be trying to change his image or something.
He definitely is trying to change his image. He's definitely trying to be more of the locker room leader. And I got to say, we're now almost 4 weeks into Collision. I have been super impressed. Collision is a great show. They've got good stories running. I'm loving the people that they're kind of picking to be the top guys on Collision. And like I said, that FTR Bullet Club Gold match, that put Bullet Club Gold on the map. and made Jay White and Juice Robertson like top guys on that show. Kill, wherever Kill went, I was going to get his match, but I don't know where the fuck he went.
Yeah, I don't know where he went. He need
I think he got in trouble at work. I think he got busted.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, the Owen Hart finals match. Will, have you watched any of this Adam Cole MJF stuff?
A little bit from afar.
Oh my God, it's so good. It's been so watching MJF kind of play the babyface a little bit has been so funny. And I gotta say, that man honestly has the potential to be one of the greatest wrestlers of a generation. Like, he's so good.
Who, MJF?
Yes.
Oh, I thought you meant Adam. I thought you were talking about Adam Cole. I said, hold on. So slowly roll on that one now.
I mean, Adam Cole is that damn good too. He is. That's bullshit.
No.
Yes, he is.
I think MJF. Okay, maybe because my bias with what Adam is getting to me a little bit here. I know he's good. Hell, he was running things at NXT for fucking ever. Almost. But right now, I think MJF is a step above him.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, that can't be argued. I think the whole reason they're putting them together is because one, it's been comedy gold. Like, the two of them together has been hilarious. The segments have been hilarious. The tag match last week was super good and funny. And I'm liking where it's going. But eventually it's going to lead back to another Adam Cole MJF feud. And I could see Cole possibly being the one to take the title off of MJF.
I can see it too, but it'd be a little risky. I can see that too.
I don't see that
it'd be a little risky.
Adam Cole's pretty over. He's pretty fucking over.
No, I'm not talking about him being over. I'm talking about his injury history.
I mean, he's been back for what? Almost 6 months?
What, 6-7 months now?
Almost. I think he came back in I think he came back to the ring in May. So 3 months.
Yeah. See, that's my only thing about putting a belt on him, because you don't know if it'll be available. Your best ability is your availability, and you don't know about that with Adam Cole right now.
I don't know. The storyline between those two has been very interesting and super funny. And Kill dropped out, so I wonder if he really did get in trouble.
Shit.
Damn.
All right. What else was on your mind this week?
Well, the other thing I want to discuss is some of the things that happened at Slammaversary. I know one of the things that you want to talk about on that, but before we get to that, you had EY return to team up with Scott D'Amore versus Bully Ray.
He got tired of working with Mr. Petty.
Well, from what I've heard, the moment that the Endeavor deal came out, he immediately asked for his release, and he cited creative issues, morality issues, and personal reasons as why he wanted his release. And then they gave it to him.
But that's what happens when you work with somebody who doesn't have, and really it's a big company, so you can't take anybody's personal feelings involved in it. But I will give, and Vince is petty, we all know this, but I will give WB prop for doing the right thing, for letting him go so it can go somewhere he can be happy.
I think that came because they've also, right as the Endeavor deal, they stopped. They went on a hiring freeze, and I think anybody who doesn't want to be there at this point, they are willing to let go.
Yeah.
And then he did his 90 days. 90 days just ended, and I think he needs to stay in Impact. Honestly, that man. Sometimes companies are meant for certain wrestlers, and EY is meant for Impact. Like, he's been so good in Impact since the early 2000s.
Well, I was about to say, where else is he going to go? I don't think AEW be actively looking for him.
I don't think EY. I think EY can have a better end of career with Impact. He'll end up becoming a producer. He'll have a lot more to do in the backgrounds.
Right.
With Impact.
Exactly.
The thing that goes on with AEW is, even with 3 shows now, you're still got a really bloated roster.
Yep. You don't need to add one to it.
So, and I think there's a potential to still add one, because the other thing, Alex Shelley beat Nick Aldis. I'm hearing, as of this, they recorded 1 match with him and EY this weekend, but after that, Aldis is now done with Impact. That was his deal. So he's now a free agent. I've heard that there's interest from WWE. I've got to think that there's also got to be some interest from AEW, especially with All Out just a little more than a month away, or All In.
Go to the E.
I want to at least see.
There's some matches I want to see.
I agree with you. There's matches I want to see from both companies. However, Aldis just signs a temporary deal with AEW to do All In, and then goes and signs with the E.
Nah, he need to go get that bag. Because WWE, AEW can't match what WWE.
I don't know. They may pay him a good little chunk of change for 1 match at All In. They may pay him a good little.
Well, who would you want him to see? Who would you want him to go up against?
I think Omega's already going to be facing Ospreay. I think we're going to get Omega Ospreay 3 at All In. So that one's taken. I wouldn't mind. I would love to see Aldis versus Moxley. I think that would be a great match.
If you don't blade,
total different styles. That's why I like
it. If he
2 different styles.
If he doesn't blade, I'll be down for it.
I read something the other day that Moxley believes that there should be some sort of blood in every match. Not necessarily. Well, this is what his opinion was, is that it is supposed to be a combat sport. You rarely see like MMA or boxing or karate where there's not, even if it's just a scratch on the head or a busted eyebrow, it doesn't always have to be gushing full crimson mask. He's saying, but in every match, there should be a little bit of blood. It makes it more realistic. And I don't necessarily disagree with that, but I do think sometimes he takes it too far. He gets the crimson mask too much.
I disagree with it, because if you're looking at a pure wrestling match, you won't get that blood. If you get a wrestling match with, perfect example, 2 wrestlers who people will go back and forth, but you can never be wrong on the answer. If you get someone like, Daniel Bryan or whatever he is in AEW, I forget his name, Bryan Danielson, whatever, and you get AJ Styles. Okay, 2 great wrestlers. Both can work either style. Particularly AJ, he can work style or he can work the mat. And I just don't feel that when you have 2 mat wrestling technicians, or go back even further, look at Bret Hart and Kurt Angle in the match that they had. I just don't think that blood has to be in every match, because then that's something you get known for at the end of the day.
Taker bled in that match. Michaels Taker 25. Taker bled in that match.
Yeah, he did. But I just think you don't need it all the time, not in every match that you do. And that's the thing that makes me mad about Dean. He's too talented to take it that far. Now, if you're a limited wrestler, a limited skill set like Dusty Rhodes was back in the day, okay, I got you. But no, Dean is too good for that. Dean is too good. And that match with all this, that could go down as an all-time classic.
It really could.
And I just don't think you need blood for that. I just don't think you need it.
I can see your argument. I definitely see his too in the fact that they're taking punches to the face and kicks to the face and things like that. That where blood comes in handy. Like if you're getting punched and you're just got a busted eyebrow, like stuff like that makes sense. I do agree he doesn't need a gushing full face full of blood every match. The Crimson Mask should be limited.
Right. I just don't think blood is needed in every match that's worked. I just don't think it's needed. Particularly what type of match it is, because if you're working a hardcore match, okay, you got me. Weapons are being involved at that point. You hit somebody with a steel chair. I got you. That's realistic, but I just don't think you need it when you go bare fisticuffs and mat wrestling. I just don't think that blood is needed 24/7.
We thought you got in trouble.
Yeah,
No, a homeless dude was trying to break a window of a car outside, so I had to go get him.
Oh shit! I had to go put some work in.
Yes, and my supervisor, he came through and he helped me, and we got him out of here, and he just left. So nothing bad. He don't care what I do as long as I ain't doing nothing stupid, which I'm always doing something stupid.
I was gonna say.
But no, he just came. Well, go ahead. My bad.
So, Kill, we were talking about all this. His deal with Impact is now up after Slammaversary. He's done. He's now a free agent. And Will is saying that he needs to just go ahead and sign with E, get that bag, get that money. I think he needs to sign a temporary deal with AEW for All In before he signs with the E. And Will was asking me who would he face. I'm pretty sure we're already going to get Omega versus Ospreay 3. So that's taken. I said Aldis versus Moxley could be a really good match. Two very different styles, but both very professional and good at what they do. He said he'd be okay with that match if Moxley didn't bleed in that match.
Yes. He bleeds more than Renee. I'm telling you.
He didn't say that.
Hey, I have my cam off for this, so Moxley can't find me. But hey, Moxley, I'm not apologizing for that.
Hey, kid, we got some static on your line.
You do have a little bit of static.
I do.
Yeah.
Hold on. Is it still there?
Yes.
Yes.
Hold on. Let me do something. All right. Does it sound a little bit better?
Still there.
Yeah.
It wasn't there earlier.
That's so weird. Okay, hold on.
It's gone.
How about
now?
now?
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah, I'm gonna reconnect my AirPods. Maybe that's why. Because these are AirPod Pros, so they got no excuse to be fucking up like this. No excuse.
But I don't know, Will, who could you see on the AEW roster who would be worth it to you for all this and All In? Other than Omega, because we're pretty sure he's off the list.
Orange Cassidy.
Ooh.
Orange Cassidy. That's my pick.
That's not a bad one there, Kill.
I don't like that.
Maybe you can have.
Like that.
I wouldn't say you have him dethrone him for the championship.
No,
but
you're still getting static, Kill.
Can I get Chris Jericho?
Ooh.
Chris Jericho could work.
I wouldn't mind that one either.
You can do Darby Allin. You can do.
There, it's gone.
Yeah, you can do Hook. You can do Jack Perry. You can do.
Hook is not. Hook and Jack Perry are not relevant enough. They're not on Aldis's level.
Yeah,
they're not there yet.
Jay
Orange
White
is there to me just because of his 25 win streak.
Yeah, he put in
Jericho
work.
is a GOAT. Jericho can go against anybody and it'd be a legitimate match.
There's a lot of guys on that roster. You can do Miro. You can do Andrade.
Miro would be an interesting one. I'm
if
also
you want,
looking, it's All In. This is like the biggest pay-per-view that AEW's ever done. The matches have got to be like amazing. Like Omega Ospreay 3, we know what we're going to get with that. To me, I think the ones that make sense are Moxley, Cassidy, or Jericho. After that, I think
It gets a little iffy, huh? Because you need a big, high-profile match.
It needs to be a big match.
I'm going with Orange, in my opinion. I think
Orange would be a great pick. Orange is a good pick.
And that gives him a title defense.
I hate the man, but it could be Punk.
Oh, no.
Punk wouldn't be a bad one. I mean,
I just hate the man, that's all.
But they have a good match.
Punk is going to kill. I think Punk and MJF is where we're going to.
I think that's going to happen. Either All In or All Out. One of the two.
Well, I think All In, we might have Adam Cole versus MJF. And then All Out, we have MJF versus Punk. No, because that's 1 week out of each other. You can't do that. You need build.
You could. It just would need to. The stipulation would be whoever wins it All In faces Punk at All Out.
Oh, okay. All right. Okay, I could that could work. That could work. But I'm going Orange. Punk could work, but he's kind of busy with the big old Samoan. He has a big Samoan problem right now. So I think Orange is the guy. Which, Will, do you like Orange Cassidy? No?
I do.
Oh, you do? Oh, okay. I was about to say, that's my boy right there. Orange, when Fight Forever goes on sale, Orange Cassidy is my main. That's who I'm picking right there.
You also missed it, Kill. We talked about the Owen Heart Tournament and our girl Willow and our boy Ricky Starks.
Yes. I was happy when Starks won. I was like, Punk can't win, bro. Punk, no.
Punk actually put someone over. I mean,
he got to change his image because he sucks. That's the person.
Well, look, if Punk starts putting people over, starts being more positive, you hear more positive things about him backstage, and he and he shows an actual effort to do better. I do think the Elite will talk to him.
Supposedly he reached out and wanted to be the fifth person for BCC in the Blood and Guts match. Kenny was okay with it. Moxley was okay with it, but the Bucks were being little bitches.
Oh, so
they always are. They've always been bitches.
So Kenny's okay with it. So Punk has made progress, at least with one of them.
There's some people in the locker room. Yeah.
Well, because again, Punk got to be nice now. He has to change his fucking personality.
Well, that's what I said before his comeback. This is kind of Punk's last shot. He's really got to come in and kiss some butt, like truly, and not uppers butt. He needs to kiss fan butt. He needs to, because there's a lot of fans that have turned on him in the last couple of years. So,
and you don't want the EVPs as your enemies. You want to make sure that you're cool with them.
I don't know. I wonder how much power Kenny, I know, still has a lot of control, especially on the gaming side.
Yeah.
I want to know what the Bucks do as far as EVPs. I don't see them doing a whole lot.
They don't do shit. It's just their title.
I know it was at one point Nick Jackson was in charge of merch, but their merch has gotten so big now. I doubt that he's still in charge of it.
I heard weren't they booking for the tag team division, or am I wrong?
No, that was Kenny.
Kenny, okay. And I'm assuming Kenny's not doing that anymore.
No, Kenny is really involved in the women's division.
Okay.
And I heard that the Bucks were at one point too. I don't know.
Good.
I used to really enjoy the Bucks, and to me, out of all four members of the Elite, they're the most boring now. I like Kenny. Kenny is literally one of the best wrestlers in a generation.
Yeah, I love him.
I think Hangman has a lot of potential, and I'm liking this new direction with him. But the Bucks just don't do it for me like they used to.
The Bucks gimmick is stale.
I agree. It's very stale. They've been doing the same gimmick for almost 10 years.
Rock and Roll Express ripoffs.
I'm about
Rock and Roll versus Hardy ripoffs.
Midnight Express ripoff.
I'm about to say something real controversial.
It's the Midnight Express boys.
Yep. I like that. Yep.
I'm about to say something real interesting. I won't say controversial. A hot take. I think the Bucks go to the E.
No.
I think it's going to happen. I can see it happen.
No.
I
Hell
see
no.
it.
You know why it won't happen?
Why?
You know why it won't happen? Because the E sees that they stale.
And I don't even think it's that. I think more of what it's going to be is that the four of them want to stay together, and I think Omega and Hangman have no interest in going to the E.
No.
And they'll stay with Omega and Hangman.
Well,
And honestly, if I'm the Bucks, you're never going to have as much control over your creative and everything in that you have control of in AEW in the WWE. The literal only reason for them to sign with WWE is that bag. That's the only reason.
And
I
CM
don't
Punk.
think that the Bucks, that's their only concern.
I see Omega. Yeah, honestly, I really want to see Omega in the E.
No.
You don't want to see Omega dethrone Roman Reigns?
No, I do not want to see. They will not keep Omega as good as Omega is. They will want one. I don't know if Omega's skill set transfers over to the E. No, I want to see Omega stay and retire in AEW. That's where I want him. Also, he goes and signs with the E. You're never going to see him in New Japan again. You're never going to see him in AAA again. You don't get any of that. Like, no.
Because I really want to see him beat the shit out of Roman. I really want to.
And they're not going to bring Omega in and let him dethrone a 3-year champion in 6 months. It's never going to happen.
I don't think it would be believable for Roman to win that match.
Hell no. Roman's getting his
I
ass
don't
beat.
think that would even be believable for Roman to
And
beat
that,
Omega.
because of that, they're never going to book it.
I don't think it's even believable for Roman Reigns to get a win off Omega.
Even like 2021 Roman, which is like prime heel Roman Reigns, I don't think that Roman can beat Omega.
So, and that's not the kind of match WWE wants Roman in. They want him in a match that you're like, he could maybe win it. There's no way that I see that Roman wins that match and it looks legitimate.
Yeah, because Bloodline
Is no more.
Omega could take Solo and Roman by himself. Yeah. Like he can whoop their ass. Like, nah. So
I do not want, honestly, I don't want any of the elite to leave AEW. I think those 4 men need to stay in the AEW for the rest of their career. And the fact that Tony Khan let Cody Rhodes get away still kind of bugs me.
Well, man, that's drama, though.
Well,
that's drama, though.
Vince flew to his house to get Cody back. He convinced him to come back.
Well, and we don't know. Well, and we will probably never know the full story of why Cody left. Like, unless one day Cody finally writes a book.
I think is maybe because he grown stale in AEW.
And Cody has admitted some things. He booked himself in the corner with the I will never fight for the world title thing. That was dumb. That was very dumb on his part.
Very dumb.
And I still wonder if when his 4-year deal's up, he doesn't end up back in AEW.
Nah, he's staying in WWE. I could see him going to the Hall of Fame in AEW, but I don't see him
I could see him having one more run in AEW because truly now he could come back and go for the title. The contract is ended. He could re-sign and then go for the title again. And if he were to have been WWE World Champion and then come back and be AEW World Champion and be one of the first people to do it pretty close together, that would be some big news.
I could see it. But for now,
he's still got 2 years left on his deal. So
yeah, and they can use the time he was out and extend his deal.
Yeah, I mean they can extend him almost a year. So
yeah, we have pretty much almost 3 years. I could see Cody going back, but if they book him right when they give him the title at Mania 40, I could see him staying. But if he really wants to go back and win the big one in the company he created, that makes perfect sense. I could see that too.
Before we get back to Slammaversary, there was one other aid. Did y'all see AEW released a list last week of a bunch of no-goes? They changed their...
Yeah, I heard about that.
So they basically ruled up a lot of moves, no buckle bombs, no chair shots, things like blood and going into the
Wait a minute, back
crowd.
up. Back
Huh?
up. Did you just say no chair shots?
No chair shots to the head.
Oh, okay, good.
Okay.
And then any kind of weapon has to be approved by a coach or a producer.
Okay. Wait, no blood.
It has to be approved.
Okay. So Moxley still gets away with it. Great.
He'll probably still get away with it.
Oh, fucking hell.
What if this really comes down to is they can no longer grab things from fans and throw them back at them because I guess
Ooh.
MJF throwing that beer at a fan's face led to some issues.
That was funny though.
Yeah, fuck that little Negro kid.
Fuck the kid.
Fuck that kid.
Fuck that kid.
But,
Fuck the kid right now.
I mean, from what I saw on the list, it was nothing crazy. It was regular things that a 5-year-old company is going to say, okay, this isn't working. This isn't working. Things like that.
Especially since I hear AEW is renegotiating their deal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right. I think we're going to hear on that either by the end of the summer or early fall.
And I heard it's $1 billion deal. Holy shit.
Heard that too.
What
And
the
I've also
fuck?
heard that Warner Brothers is wanting them to increase their pay-per-view maybe to 12 a year. And if they do that and don't give it to us on Max, I'm going to be so fucking pissed.
You know how bad I want AEW on? I will buy Max again. I canceled it because Velma was terrible. But I will get Max again because, brother, I want to watch All In so bad. I want to watch. Listen.
Well, and I heard there's a possibility of All In and All Out being a bundle package on Bleacher Report. And I don't want that shit. Bleacher Report sucks.
You know what, Josie? I used Bleacher Report like twice. I never used it again.
It's terrible. It is one of the worst services I've ever used to watch a pay-per-view. It's terrible. I hate it. It always is glitchy. I don't like it.
Max is the way. Like, come on, Peacock is killing it. If they put AEW content on Max will listen, because especially now since we're going into summer season, the writer strike and all that stuff, wrestling is about to have a lot more eyes on it, right?
Yep.
The summer, this is AEW's chance to really take advantage of the streaming stuff, because Peacock is great when it comes to pay-per-views. I hate Peacock, but I like it because if it's not WWE, I'm not watching anything else on it.
Law and Order.
I could watch. Yeah, my uncle likes that. Yeah, my uncle likes.
Me and Will use it to watch Law and Order. That's about it. And
he likes that Law and Order shit, and my aunt used it to watch Puss in Boots. I think it should come to Max. Yeah, that was a great movie, by the way. That was actually pretty goddamn good. Please, Max is the way. No, I don't want to hear it because people are like, well, what if AEW starts their own streaming service? No, Max.
No, and Tony was talking at the beginning of the year at the library they surpassed. Dynamite is about to hit 200 episodes in like 2 or 3 weeks.
Damn.
Rampage just did 100.
Holy shit. Damn, AEW.
You also have all of the Ring of Honor library.
Yeah. Let's put that on Max.
I think you give AEW its own section and you put it all out there. I would pay for it. I know most wrestling AEW fans would pay, especially if they're getting the pay-per-views for free each month or with their subscription that they're already paying for.
You put the pay-per-views, Dynamite, Rampage, Collision, and Ring of Honor all on Max. Bro, that's huge. That's a beautiful that's a great value. I'll be on it like fucking white rice.
I have heard that Warner Brothers is not interested in Ring of Honor.
Ooh, that's not good.
But I mean, they've also got Honor Club. So Ring of Honor is kind of in its own good place right now and doesn't need. But AEW needs a streaming service. They do. They need a streaming service.
Because I don't want to pay $50 for a
$50, $100 in a week's time if they don't
Yes.
give us all in or all out on that.
bundle it. Bundle it
Which
together.
is what they're planning to do with Bleacher Report is bundle
Oh.
it. But I don't want it on Bleacher Report.
Put
I
it-
want it on Max.
Listen, here's what they should do. Either put it on Max for free, right, if you pay for the subscription, or bundle it together on Max for like $10 and put it on Max. Put it together for $10. Boom. Here you go. Put it on Max. But in my opinion, since we're paying for Max anyway, just fucking put it on there.
That's what I think. Just put it on Max, give it to me. Like, I don't know.
Hey, Josie,
Yo,
I'm really inspired by you tonight.
huh?
I'm really inspired by you tonight.
What? Oh, and now you're drinking soda right out the bottle.
No.
Look at
No, the kid's apple juice.
that.
Oh.
Hey, when you don't have any snacks, you eat those kid snacks.
Yes. Them animal crackers, boy, I tell you, boy. But yeah, put that shit on.
My food stamp money doesn't go until tomorrow. I got to restock.
Yes, and no one ever told me how hard it is to shop for food for your own apartment. No one
It's
ever.
hard, especially
shit
right
hard.
now. How expensive shit is.
Exactly. So that's pretty expensive. Which I need to go to Walmart.
And
or
then
say-
also the fact that you live in one of the most expensive states in the country.
Exactly. Yeah, and food here ain't cheap. So I need to go.
My impact yet?
What?
We were moving on to it. So we talked about EY. We talked about all this. Congratulations to Shelly on retaining.
Your world champion speaking.
Leo Rush is your new X Division champion. I'm okay with that. I like that. The only thing from Slammaversary that these three guys are pissed off about is why the fuck is Trinity our new women's champion?
She ain't been there a year. She hasn't been there a year.
Let been there 3 months.
Let that sink in. She ain't
She
been there a
hasn't
year.
been there 3 months.
Yeah, and she already the champion.
It's like Cody Rhodes returning at Mania 38 and then beating Roman Reigns in August at SummerSlam. That's how dumb it is. It makes no fucking sense.
I don't think it's I don't that I could kind of see because of again Rhodes was super over when he
You had build up. You had build up.
You had build up.
Yeah.
Because he came in, he debuted at Mania, and they weren't going to put him in that match right away. But I could have seen Rhodes possibly winning at SummerSlam that year had he not gotten hurt.
Would have bothered me one bit if you would have won.
The issue I have with this is I feel like Impact did it to capitalize on Trinity's popularity, and I don't feel like she's that damn popular. The reason she gets so much buzz is because she walked out of a company, but it's not really that she walked out; it's who she walked out with.
Yep. Which I get why she walked out with Sasha. I fully agree. I get it.
Yeah,
But
you need to correct yourself, my friend.
huh?
Mercedes Monet.
She is no longer Sasha.
Oh, sorry.
Mercedes
Mercedes.
Monet.
Light skin, skinny goddess. This is the dumbest shit ever.
She is fine for a chick her size. I gotta give her that.
But fuck Mercedes. Fuck the Mercedes broke A. We talking about goddamn Trinity. Why did they put the title on her? She doesn't. No,
Don't make
let's
no
have her.
sense. You could have taken and I did, and I talked to Josie about this the other night. This could have been one of the best feuds ever.
This could have been, especially on Will. You know what I saw today that I didn't realize?
What?
This was the first time two women had main evented Slammiversary. It was the first time two women had main evented Slammiversary.
This could have been.
To me, that makes more sense for Deonna to win this match. And then exactly what you said, Will. This could have been one of the best female feuds Impact had ever put together. They could have carried this out for at least 6 months, possibly a year.
Mm-hmm.
There's tons of things you could have done with it. With Trinity working in Impact and Mercedes working in New Japan, you could have possibly brought in Mercedes to tag with Trinity at some point. which would have been huge for Impact.
Yep. There's so much you could have done. And granted, look, I don't like Trinity's gimmick anymore. I think this Feel the Glow stuff is done and over. She should have came in as a heel with a chip on her shoulder.
But since they didn't do that, this would have been a good opportunity to pull that trigger.
Yeah.
You have her lose. You have her then go away for 2 weeks, a month, and then she attacks Deonna, becomes heel. I'm loving Deonna as a face. I'm enjoying Deonna as a face.
Yeah. And you could have had this going back and forth.
You could have, God, it could have, honestly, we've said for a while that the Knockouts division of Impact is one of the better women's divisions in pro wrestling.
Yep.
This could have put that division on the fucking map.
Mm-hmm.
And help Trinity use what she's got right now and actually turn it into her being a top person in women's wrestling. Because right now, I'm sorry, before she tagged with Sasha and they walked out, Trinity was a mid-carder, jobber. She was lower than Natalya on the roster.
Mm-hmm.
And the only thing that makes Trinity popular is the fact that her and Sasha walked out.
That's all it is.
And the fact that she's sucking on some Uso.
Yeah.
If you go back and you look at Trinity, just about every moveset she did was Jimmy's.
Yep.
There was a whole minute-long streak where she did the slap underneath like Jimmy does, hits the ropes, did a super kick. It was textbook Jimmy Uso.
I give her props though. I do like her submission finish. I give her props on that.
And don't get me wrong, there are things I like about Trinity, but the biggest problem I have with her is her gimmick. I think the glow gimmick had its little pop, and then it was dying in WWE too.
Yep.
And I don't think there's any reason she should have carried it over. She should have changed it up totally when she debuted. But since they didn't pull that trigger, they had a great opportunity here with this match, and they still didn't do it. And
Diana could have won, and then she goes away for 2 weeks, and then when Diana comes out, she wins a match. Oh wait, here comes Trinity, and it's you could have took. She could have won the next match. You could have took it. You could have took this to the wire, and it's a year, and the Trinity would have won a year later.
Slammaversary next year. Slammaversary 2024.
Yeah. If she would have wanted that next year, wouldn't nobody say nothing because you had build on it. And you had Trinity being the chaser. So you give her her reward.
Even if you didn't want to push it that far. Impact's next pay-per-view, I believe, is Bound for Glory, which is in October.
Yeah.
I would have been okay with that.
Yep.
Just give me a 3-month feud between now and that, and I would have been more okay with Trinity winning at Bound for Glory. At that point, she'd have been in Impact for 6 months, had some chance to build herself up, to build a character.
Yep.
I don't think this is rare, very rare that we could critique Impact's decisions.
It wasn't. I don't think this whole thing was thought through correctly. And Josie brought up another good point too, and I gotta give Josie on this one. Mickie James is healthy again. Mm-hmm. She came back and fought an Indies match about a week or so ago.
So she's going to be debuting again on Impact very soon.
So when she debuts on Impact, now you can see Impact spinning it. 2 former WWE wrestlers going at it for the Impact title.
Also got to remember, you've seen Diana Purrazzo versus Mickie James. We've seen that a few times already.
Jordan Grace too.
We've seen it with Jordan Grace. Right now, I don't know what's up with Jordan Grace.
I don't know what's up with her because I ain't seen nothing or heard nothing from her.
She might be focusing on her bodybuilding career for all we know.
She could be.
But this is the first time I've really disagreed with an Impact decision in a long time.
I mean, because hell, if you take our route, you give Mickie more time to get in the swing of things, come back, and then Bound for Glory. She could put out the challenge. Hey, okay, Trinity, you won. Fantastic, great. I want my shot at the title at the next pay-per-view. And you take that out to 24. You got Nikki versus Mickey James. Who ain't gonna watch? I don't care what people think of Impact. Who would not watch Trinity versus Mickey James? Who won't watch that?
Yeah, I agree. You've got two big names from WWE. A few if WWE doesn't put Mickey in the Hall of Fame at some point, they need to be slapped.
Yep.
And that's the only way that this makes sense to me, is that they took it off of Deanna, put it on Trinity for Mickey to take it off of Trinity.
Yep.
That's the only way this makes sense to me.
They got to do it like that because she got that clause against Diana.
But what I really feel it is, Will, it's Impact trying to get those casual fans, which honestly, where they're at on the network,
that makes sense for them, though.
I don't think it does, because
It makes sense for them,
the
though.
problem is most people don't have access to go watch it.
That's true. That's true. But I understand it makes sense for those who do have that network.
Well, look, Will, if they gave Trinity a story of her struggling and trying
Yes.
hard times like
That's what I'm saying.
And turning heel because she's struggling.
Yes.
that will attract the normies.
Yes.
Not just hot shotting it with shitty booking and giving her the title out of nowhere because of her name and popularity.
You need
I
to
don't
go
agree
back.
with that.
Old school book her with a feud. That's all you do.
Let
Old
her
school book
lose.
with a feud. That's all
Yeah,
you do.
Let her lose. Take some time off. She comes back. She earns her way back to the title, and then she could win it. So it could feel like she earned it.
It's like she gets to respect her, and she gets more respect for her fans because of that. Because she's been there 6 months to a year, and she's been struggling, and now she's over that hump.
Yeah, Josie wouldn't hate this shit if she earned it. He'll be like, "Hey, I like it."
That'll mean Mickey will have to come in, girl. I hate that, girl. I'm proud of you. I'm so proud of you. You got over, and I hate to be the one to tell you this, but I got to take it from you. And then there you go. There you go.
I feel like there was 1,000 other directions they could have went that would have been better.
I'm with you.
Yeah,
I'm with
Trinity
you on that.
she could have been a monster heel. We could build her up to be a big baby face for her to struggle her way back to the top. So when she earns it, it's a huge moment. Similar to what they're doing with Cody. You know, Cody's story is terrible right now, but still, you know what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
No, I don't like it. I don't even watch Impact like that. When I heard that she won, I'm like, yeah, hell no.
But the thing is literally of Slammaversary, only match I didn't agree with the ending. Only match.
Really?
Everything else was good for the most part.
Kushida won Ultimate X. I love that. I loved Eric Young returning. I loved Leo Rush winning. I loved, I can't remember. They had a bunch of title changes. There were like 4 title changes on this card.
I just want to say real quick, shout out to the sisters. You got Athena doing her thing. You got Willow doing her thing. Yeah, I hate to throw
you mentioned Athena and Willow. They are fighting at Death Before Dishonor in 2 weeks.
Yep.
And I think Willow might dethrone your girl.
Willow might dethrone her. She might.
Willow is on a hot streak. It is the summer of Willow Nightingale.
Battle of the Thickies. Can I get okay. Can I get Willow, Kiera Hogan, and Athena in a 3-way match?
Will, you wouldn't make it through that match.
I don't think I would.
Fatal 4-way at the goddamn Skim Milk Sky Blue. There you go.
Oh my God. Did you kill? We have to talk about it. Did you watch her match with Ruby Soho this week?
Ooh.
I saw.
Did you go back and watch it, Will? Did you go back?
I didn't go back and watch it, but I saw them pics.
Dude, her shorts by the end of that match did not exist. Like front and back had been swallowed up.
Sky Blue, boy. That's a vanilla.
That girl. And it looks like my girl's about to be coming back. It looks like she's healed. Nikita Lyons, I'm hearing is about to be.
Man, Sky Blue boy. Sky Blue boy. That's a Sky Blue. That's a vanilla. That's the vanilla to every black man's chocolate right there, boy. Ooh.
Sky Blue has the most beautiful ass I have ever seen.
Yes,
Her ass
sir.
is
That dude
perfect.
from Aussie Open is a lucky motherfucker.
Hey, yeah.
Hope he gets eaten by a crocodile. Fuck him.
Damn.
Uh,
Damn.
Listen, man, he don't know what he's doing. He don't know like he don't know like he puts it in. She's like, "Is it in yet?" Exactly. Sky Blue dumped that motherfucker.
Kill, you missed it because you had to dip out for the homeless dude, but we are also talking about this tag team between Adam Cole and MJF and how fucking
Awesome.
good it is.
Awesome.
It's
amazing.
so good.
If they win the tag titles, I want to be mad.
They don't. No. I don't want to see that. I don't. I'm liking this Blind Eliminator Tag Tournament more than I thought I would. When I first heard of it, it sounded dumb to me. Just making tag teams for no reason to go get a tag shot. I didn't see the point. However, some of the groups have been so good, but no one has been as good as MJF and Adam Cole together. And I'm excited to see them take on Darby Allin and Orange Cassidy.
That's going to be a good one.
That's going to be a great match.
All right, what WBL stuff we got to go over?
WWE, we kind of already covered it. We talked about Dom winning.
Yeah, that's about it. Yeah.
I mean, there's nothing interesting going on in the WWE right now.
Yeah, on
Friday night getting his push finally.
Nikita coming back, that's huge.
I've heard. I saw a picture of her doing splits in front of her brand new car.
I saw that picture on Facebook.
Oh my god,
Lord, man!
I would die a happy
Loud
man with that booty on my face.
Loud have messy.
Just smother me, bro.
Just
Mortal Kombat.
Smother me, and you know what? I salute you. I've lived a good life. I died happy.
But give me a Mortal Kombat skull X-ray. I'll be fine.
Oh, what a hell of a way to die!
Listen, that is a beautiful way to die. Her and Sky Blue together, tag team. Listen,
you can't handle that kill.
I'll have to do Sky Blue and Nikita Lyons together. I have to do some Lord Order investigations, boy. I have to do
No, Will. Sky Blue and Nikita Lyons deserves a yeah.
Stabler would not have shit on me. Tell you that. Stabler would not have shit on me. I tell you that.
Oh, I don't know, Will. You might take some heart medicine if you want to do all that now.
Hey, listen. If I got to go that way, I'll gladly go that way.
Listen, boy. No man can handle all that. Only Jesus Christ can handle all that meat. That's a lot of meat right there, boy. That's too damn much. I don't know what's up with those two damn women. Like Nikita,
all the people say.
All the people say.
Yep. You get Bailey, Tony Storm, Nikita Lyons, and goddamn Sky Blue. All
kill. You can't handle that kill. I'm sorry.
Yes, I can. I can handle all that shit.
That'll work for me.
Will Footer put his 80 years of life to the test with that one, boy.
Lord, I'll take that, boy. Woo!
But truly, it was a very interesting week of wrestling. We had some really fantastic matches. Again, shout out to Ricky Starks and Willow Nightingale for winning the Owen Heart Tournament. Oh, you know what we didn't talk about? We need to talk about real quick before we get out of here. You know what kicked off this week? Will, one of the greatest tournaments in wrestling, the G1 Climax.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
I wanted to check real quick before we got out of here what the cards are looking at.
I forgot about
we are now, as of today, in day 3.
Damn, already?
Yeah, it kicked off Sunday.
Sunday? Okay.
So tonight, or happened this morning, you had Kyoto Kiyomi versus Chase Owens, Great O'Khan versus Kenta, Hikuleo versus Gabe Kidd, Tachi versus Tangaloa, Kazuchika Okada versus El Fantasmo. I bet that was a good fucking match. Sonda versus Shota Umino. That would have been a good match too. Yoshihashi versus Will Ospreay. Rin Naito versus Yota Tsuji. So
Kenta win it all.
You know who I would love to see win it all, but I doubt it's going to happen? I really want to see Eddie Kingston. I really want to see Eddie Kingston have, if not win it all, like have a really good run.
Right.
I think Eddie just deserves it, truly.
Yeah. I would love to see Kenta win it.
Eddie had his first match on the 17th. He faced Shingo and beat Shingo.
Wow.
Oh!
Wow. That's a huge feather in his cap.
That's a huge win.
He going to the right side of the pay window on that one, as Jim Rock used to say.
Yeah. So night 2, you had David Finlay versus Tomohiro Ishii. Finlay won. Hikaru Goto versus Toru Yano. Mickey Nichols versus Aaron Henry. Alex Coughlin versus Shane Haste. Eddie Kingston defeating Shingo. Zack Sabre versus defeating Hiroshi Tanahashi. And Evil versus defeating Tamatonga. And Jeff Cobb defeating Tatsu Naito. So I gotta say, I love the G1 climax. I would love to see something like Kill left again, god damn it.
Yeah.
Dipped out. Probably another homeless man. But I love the G1 climax. I think it is one of the more interesting tournaments in wrestling.
I agree.
I would love to see an American version of that brought to the States eventually. And Tony's talked about wanting to do something like that. I will be following this more on the shows, talking about the G1. It's 14 days, I believe.
It's a 14-day tournament.
So we'll be talking about next week and who's leading what blocks and where we think it's going to go. I know one thing I don't want to see. I swear to God, if Okada wins this motherfucker again, I'm going to be so pissed. And don't get me wrong, Okada is the fucking GOAT. He, especially for New Japan right now, he is the rainmaker. He brings that money. And I see his draw. He's won, 3 of the last 4? Something like that. I want to see someone new win it. And I would love to see a Guy Jin win it. I want
to see my boy Ospreay or Kenta.
Ospreay, Kingston, Sabre, Jeff Cobb, any of those guys. I would just love to see an outsider win it. Yeah. I don't think we've seen an outsider win it since Omega. Maybe
Omega. He was
at first. Did Switchblade win it a couple of years ago?
I thought he won it 1 year too.
So Omega was the first Guy Jin to ever win it.
Right.
And I think Switchblade won it like 2 years ago, I believe. And then Okada won it again last year. Yep. I remember that because I was pissed.
Crazy, man. I want my boy Ospreay or Kenta to win it.
And truly, guys, if you've never checked out New Japan, G1 Climax is the best time to check it out. You're going to see some great fucking matches from guys all around. Like, you've got Eddie Kingston from AEW in it. And I got to say, I'm liking the fact that they're finally pushing Lance Archer again on AEW. You've seen him the past couple of weeks. Saw some Jake the Snake this past week.
Yep.
Almost punched Orange Cassidy in the face.
I read something about that yesterday.
Yeah. So it was a pretty crazy week in wrestling. We're really coming into that point where the next couple of months, SummerSlam, blood and guts tomorrow night, ladies and gentlemen.
I will say this, though. Let me preface it with this. Pro wrestling better hit its peak. It better come through right now. Because the one thing you lose to is the NFL. You will lose to the NFL each and every time.
And the thing is,
off season, take advantage of it.
And what's also working in their favor right now, Will, to get them more fans, is the strike. Yeah. The writers and the actors strike is going to help pro wrestling because it's one of the only things that's going to be on right now as long as the strike's going.
Right.
Really.
So wait a minute. Would WWE writers have to go on strike?
Nope. They're
Okay,
not.
okay,
They're
yeah.
not in the Writers Guild.
Oh, I want to ask you that. Okay.
No, it doesn't pertain to wrestling. So I think you are at that point right here. Again, you're never going to see the ratings that you saw in the Monday Night Wars,
No.
but we are in a renaissance of wrestling like we haven't been in 20 years. Like
Yep.
because of the amount of wrestling that is out there. You've got WWE, AEW, MLW, Impact, NWA, if you really want to get who I would still be surprised if they make it out this year, honestly. And then you get New Japan and AAA Mania this weekend. You got Kenny Omega versus Vikingo again. Did you hear Don Callis actually got attacked at the
I didn't
aftermath
hear
presser?
that.
He got his ass kicked and ended up having to go to the hospital.
Damn.
Yeah.
You shouldn't have been talking shit.
So
You should have been talking shit.
QT Marshall made his debut at Triple Mania this past week.
I didn't know he was back.
Who?
QT.
Yeah. So he made his debut. Aaron Solo, my boy Aaron. Oh, we forgot. Friend of the show, Masha Slamovich, is now tag team champion with Killer Kelly.
Cool.
So, all right. Well, that'll do it for us tonight. And we will be back next Tuesday with more wrestling, going over that blood and guts, baby. I will say this, Will. I am excited to see Ibushi in a WWE ring. I am excited. Or an AEW ring. AEW ring.
And real quick, one for the road.
You know what, Will? And all the people say, Fight Night!
Round 1, fight!